you Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. Okay, it looks like everything may be green. If I can get a comm check on here, it looks like everybody's typing and seeing things. Super duper cool. I'm trying to solve my light problem. I have every light in the room turned on now. Hopefully that will solve. Oh, look at the giant shadow back there. Oh my God, it's a ghost. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and go to the chats first and say good morning to everybody. Let's see here. Janice was number one on the. Wow, Janice. I don't know who you, Janice. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Number one, you first. Number JB, the 25th. Number two, and Brian, you are the third. Dog and Ball Productions, Window Liquor, David Edwards, Silent Warrior 79. Good to see you. I'm seeing a lot of new names here. I like it. Pat Saline. I'm going to Pat. Eagle Lover, good morning. Tefel, Bradley Collins, Tina, Dog and Ball. We said, you guys are all just saying, ha, ha, ha. Hey, Preston, what's going on, bro? Let's see here. And West Virginia Pappy. And then if we scroll up on the a very nice surprise this morning, Tanko 389 showed up. Man, I was really worried about him. I haven't seen him in quite a while. So he was first. Cool Coat was number two and not deterred. Let's see here. Who was Good Boys Guild was deterred. And let's see here. West Virginia Pappy. West Virginia Pappy's omnipresident. We got Cleaver. Good morning, my friend. Jeff, no thanks. Shut up. Good show. Good show. All right, guys. It looks like we are ready to roll. Hopefully I'll be able to manage both of these chats. It did it to me again. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. There we go. And you belong over there. All right, there we go. And Tina Price showed up. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Looks like we got a handful in all the different. We got all the right stuff in all the right places. Still fighting this cough, guys. So I got a throat lozenge jammed up in my gums right there. Hopefully that will solve the problem. Also, I did some of that ginger extract this morning, and it like instantly made my throat feel better. But I feel like there's some in my lungs as well. Not sure what it is, but also not going to worry about it. Oh, my jacket's all messed up. Let me fix that. Let me fix that for you guys right there. I gotta talk to my wardrobe department and make sure they get their trash together. Also, if you hadn't noticed, it's back. That's right, guys. My favorite old hat finally got back. I got it all fixed up, whisked the hell out of it. It doesn't look like I've been living in it for 50 years anymore, and we'll see how much longer it lasts. So let's see here. What we got? All right. And looks like Deb showed up. Rick showed up. Tefel. There we go. All right, guys. Good to see you. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and start with the stupid news. The stupid news is actually pretty simple. Let's see. We all have you. If you guys haven't heard, we got the volcano going off in Iceland, which is ironic. If you didn't know anything about that place, it is always under volcanic activity. But anyway, 6.2 magnitude earthquake hit northwest China, killing at least 111 people. Sorry to hear that. A major bushfire in Australia has caused air quality problems in Sydney. What do we got here? Oh, this one's my favorite. This is the one that's going to set the day off. Trans-identified man and prominent LGBTQ plus activist Kendall Stevens has been charged with rape, assault, obscenity, and corruption of two minor boys. You can't make this shit up, guys. It's just mind-blowing. And if you're part of the Patreon, you know, because I showed it this morning, that President Biden's approval rating has dropped to a new all-time low of 34%, according to a recent poll. This means that Vice President Harris has a higher approval rating than the president by a whole 1%. The president reportedly understands this and has been asking his staff to fix it. Fix it. He hasn't been asking. He's been yelling and screaming, from what I've been told. Also, apparently, we launched some kind of airstrike in Somalia and got a little payback. Okay, let's see here. The thumbnail, that's 34% too high. I got you, Andy. Well, here's the thing. It's like, okay, that's a great number, but so basically 66 to 67% of the nation says that our El Presidente is doing a crap job. That's huge, guys. That's monstrous. But instead of gloating, instead of thinking, finally got him, no, let's not do that, because let's remember that this could actually be a reverse psyop. Because you remember what happened? You remember what happened when old El Trumpo got freaking elected? All the polls said, oh, no, Clinton, Hillary's going to be our president. Every single poll, double digits, said that Hillary was going to win. Okay. Don't pay attention to these polls. Just vote your mind and everything will be just fine. Let's see here. Screaming and crying, fix it, aka his diaper. Okay. That fool is cloned. All right, I'm going to fix this chat over here real quick because I don't think it's big enough, no one's ever said that to me. Let's see here. I'm going to scroll. There we go. Okay, so we're good on that screen. All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll over to this. So, guys, if you didn't know this, we're at war. Not a joke. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be a Canadian prepper clone or anything like that. You're not going to get any battle, access of evil, battle board pretending to know things that I don't, like he does. But what's going on in the Red Sea, guys, is very, very serious. It's serious from the perspective of our economic security as a nation. I'm going to go ahead and push this button over here. I've got this all pre-set up. Hopefully things will work. Some of these articles, they are niche places and they're going to have advertisements all over them. And I apologize up front, but if I can get to the brunt of things, then we can probably do some good stuff. All right. So Iran gas stations reopen, but payment issues persist after alleged hack chokes supply. All right. So in a nutshell, quick, fast, and in a hurry. You guys didn't know this. Yesterday, 70% of the gas stations in Iran quit pumping gas. They got hacked. Where it came from, not sure. Most people believe it's the Israelis, and there's supposedly a hacker group inside of Israel that's independent that is claiming responsibility. But I don't like to be like a lot of other YouTubers or developers that like, oh my God, we're gonna die. They immediately got to get on and get you the emergency video, and I like to let things settle so that we can actually see what happens. So, less than half the stations able to take subsidized fuel cards after pumps shut down, Tehran says, with Israel-linked group claiming cyber attack in response to Iranian aggression. So what's happening is the world is actually seeing that this is the cause, okay? All of the stuff that's happening in the Gaza Strip, everything that is happening, all the funding that is happening with Hamas north into Lebanon, this is all the Iranians doing, okay? So they're now starting to basically go cut the head of the snake off, all right? So basically this was their way of saying, we can get to you. We know that it's called air gapping. We know that you air gap most of your military systems, but your civil logistics electronic infrastructure is very vulnerable, and that was the purpose of this attack. All right. What we got here? Fuel pumps in Iran were reportedly back online Tuesday morning after a hacking group previously linked to Israel claimed on Monday to have paralyzed gas stations across the Islamic Republic. The CEO of National Iranian Oil Products Distribution Company, that's a mouthful, Jafar Salari Nisab, told Iran's semi-official news agency, ISNA, that pumps were fully operational almost immediately after the cyber attack, though only 40% of the country's gas station could make payments with a fuel card. Yes, they actually subsidize their gas there in Iran, and what they do, the videos drive me nuts, man. Pause. And what they do is they actually put money on fuel cards for their citizens so that they can subsidize. Let's see here, because they can't afford gas. Let's see here. On Monday, Iran state media reported that close to 70% of the country's gas stations were out of service, citing a software problem. The distribution caused problems with cards Iranians used to buy subsidized fuel, Deputy Oil Minister said. The group that took credit for the attack, known as I can't say that, Gunji Shikardardidi, or also it's translated for us, the predatory sparrow. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Said that they disabled a majority of the gas pumps through Iran, aiding that the attack was a response to the aggression of the Islamic Republic and its proxies in the region. So what's happening, guys, is, like I said, this is Israel going after the head of the snake, saying, we can reach you. You mess with us, we mess with you, we can reach you. Now, the problem with this particular fight is that what's going on inside of Israel proper, and I say that because Israel, basically, if you look at the borders, you have the West Bank, and then you have frickin' the Gaza Strip and their problems, and the Israelis are kind of going full tilt boogie on these people, to the point where they've got probably over 4,000 prisoners taken right out of was it East Palestine, and it's not looking good, because every day the Israelis look more and more like a regime that will stop at nothing to weed out to protect themselves. And if you guys haven't noticed this, we're getting ready to go to war with Lebanon, and what is it? Not Hamas. It'll come to me. Put it in the chat with the guys in up to the north there in Lebanon. But we're about to go to war with those guys, and this is a serious problem, because they literally just took out 2 of the Iron Dome sites that are on the northern border. And if they can do that with their $2,000-3,000 rockets, then there's a serious problem. And that problem is it's going to snowball. It's going to be a problem in the end, is where the issue is going to be. It's not a problem this very second, but no, not Turkey. It's the group. Hezbollah. Hezbollah is inside of Lebanon. But thanks for trying. While I'm looking at the chat, let's see here. It's pronounced la 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 la. Oh, where are we at here? Where we got? Hicktown Honey says, morning, West Virginia Pappy is the Houthi rebels are in Yemen. And then Leroy showed up. Good to go, Leroy. Top of the morning to you. And we're actually going to talk a lot about the Houthis and Yemen here shortly. Let's see if you, and oh, by the way, if you guys have not hit that thumbs up button, please do that right now. And if you have not subscribed, please check your subscription to make sure that the bell is turned on. And also, you probably want to check your app at some point to make sure that you actually have the notifications turned on. Otherwise, you won't get notified when I go live or post a video. With all of that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next video, the next issue, and I think that you guys should see this. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one right now.
Israel's foes are applying pressure wherever they can, and civilian shipping in the Red Sea has become more collateral damage to the war in Gaza. Yemen's Houthi militias captured the Galaxy leader and detained its crew in November, and the attacks have escalated since. This week, a Norwegian oil tanker was hit by anti-ship missiles and caught fire. Other commercial ships were shot at, but were undamaged. Houthi military leaders claim they're acting in solidarity with Palestinians, and that all of the targets have some connection to Israel, but that's far from clear.
The actions that we've seen from these Houthi forces are destabilizing, they're dangerous, and clearly a flagrant violation of international law.
U.S., French, and other naval vessels have shot down many of the drones and missiles, but with the attacks increasing, the United States is calling for a broad coalition to protect shipping.
We have every reason to believe that these attacks, while they were launched by the Houthis in Yemen, were fully enabled by Iran.
Iran also exerts control over Hezbollah militias to Israel's north in Lebanon. This former Yemeni ambassador to Canada says if Iran decides to expand the conflict, the bigger threat comes from Hezbollah, not the Houthis.
If the Iranians decide that a war should erupt, should start in that region, it's Hezbollah who can do it, not the Houthis. The Houthis can disrupt, as I said, the maritime traffic, but that's the maximum they can do.
Shipping representatives stress the industry is very resilient. It has dealt with issues such as piracy around the Red Sea before, and some shipping companies are opting to sail around Africa instead, hoping that these attacks, while serious, can be contained.
What is that? Why is my software? Oops, lost connection. Okay, guys, apparently I lost connection. If you are all still there, please type 1 in the chat. Let me know that this thing is still on. I definitely will appreciate it. I'll sit here for a second to make sure that we are still operational. It says the software says that there are 30 of you watching right now. Okay, it looks like everything's good to go on all sides. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, and that actually helps the channel out too. Sorry. Let's see here. And obviously Princess Kick Butt is here. Let's see here. Imagine if you're attacked by the Hooter terrorists. I'm not complaining. Okay, so it looks like we're all there. Let's see. And Rumble, looks like Rumble's still operational as well. Perfect. Okay. I don't know what happened. I've never actually seen it. I went to transition to a screen and it says, oops, something is disconnected. And I'm like, wow, that's new. Okay. So what I basically just showed you guys there was a video of the actual takeover of that particular ship. And you know, that's clearly going to be a problem, but here's how it relates. Here's how it relates to us guys. And what we have to do is we have to look at this. We have to look at this systematically so that we can actually get a good lay of the land when we start to think about what's going to be happening here in the United States because of these things. And all sounds echo, and we're going to get a taste of it, guys. We're going to get a taste of it. So if I'm on the screen right here, Red Sea attack forces rerouting of vessels disrupts supply chains. Now, when we say, guys, the key words here, these are the key words, guys. We have seen this before. We have lived through this. We have experienced this before with the Suez Canal. Now with the Panama Canal, because the water isn't high enough because of the droughts. And now another major access out through land, which would be the Suez Canal, is now there's now problems with that because the mouth of that area up into the Red Sea is right on the border with Yemen, and the Houthis are causing a problem. So let's take a brief look at this. Mounting attacks. Let's see if I can make that a little bit bigger. There we go. The group said, woo, there we go. Mounting attacks by Iran-aligned Yemeni Houthi militia group on ships in the Red Sea is disrupting maritime trade as leading global freight firm reroute around the Cape of Good Hope to avoid the Suez Canal. Now, what the Houthis will want you to believe is they will want you to believe that they're only targeting ships that support Israel. That's what they're trying to tell you. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible, but I would say it's probably like a 1% possibility. The truth is this causes a major problem for any ship passing through the Red Sea, anywhere near within probably 30 to 100 kilometers of the Yemenis border or the land itself, and it's causing major problems in the shipping lane. Now, the group said it launched a drone attack on a vessel in the area today. The latest is a series of missile and drone strikes on shipping, which it says are response to Israel's assault on the Gaza Strip. Several more freight companies, including MSC. The M in MSC is Maersk. It's the largest shipping company in the world. And AP Moller-Maersk have begun to sail around Africa, adding costs and delays, which are expected to compound over the coming weeks, according to industry analysts. About 15% of the world's shipping traffic transits via the Suez Canal, the shortest shipping route between Europe and Asia. Combined, the companies that have diverted vessels control around half of the global container shipping market. Let's go ahead and read that again. Combined, the companies that have diverted vessels control around half of the global container shipping market. Avoiding the Red Sea will lead to higher costs due to longer travel time. Now, this is not just an issue with this particular company. This is also a major issue with our lovely friends from British Petroleum, BP, that have been in the U.S. news since the original spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Apparently, it just keeps happening over and over and over. So let me make sure. Did this transition over? It did. There we go. Just making sure. So, BP pauses all Red Sea shipments after the rebel attack. Oil giant, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you. I hate the way they do this. Oil giant BP will pause all shipments of oil through the Red Sea after recent attacks on vessels by Houthi rebels. The firm blamed the deteriorating security situation in the region as Iran-backed Houthis target ships they believe are bound for Israel. And basically everything going north is bound for Israel in their eyes. Many freight firms have suspended journeys as the attacks continue. Following BP's announcement, the U.S. said it will lead an international naval operation to protect ships along the route. Now, why did they do that? Why did they say that? It's actually pretty simple. If they don't stop this, it's going to affect the United States economically. If they don't stop this, it's going to make the U.S. look weak. If they don't stop this, Russia will step in to stop it. If they don't stop this, China will step in to stop it. And if Russia or China step in, then we look like the little ones and they look like the big superpowers. They look like the heroes. Countries joining the security group include the UK, Canada, France, Bahrain, Norway, and Spain. In a statement, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, Mr. Angry Face, as Canadian Prepper would call him, the recent escalation and reckless Houthi attacks originating from Yemen threatens the free flow of commerce, endangers innocent mariners, and violates international law. BP says it would keep its precautionary pause under ongoing review and monitor the region, which basically means when they decide to blow up the Houthis and all this crazy stuff stops, they'll start to go back through there again. Analysts suggest that if other large oil firms follow suit, oil prices could rise. Oil prices were higher on Monday, with international benchmarks trading up 2.6% to almost $79 a barrel. Uh-oh, oil prices are going up. Oh, no. If you were in the Patreon, then you know, or actually if you were in our Discord chat, because I think I sent that message out to everybody, you would know that this is going to start to happen, and it has already started to happen. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here in a second. This is the UKMTO, United Kingdom Maritime Train Operations. The United Kingdom actually has a organization within their government that actually monitors these situations. And here's the recent incident. This is from the 12th. UK warning 16 UK. This is warning number 16. Let's see here. And it's actually showing the incidents as they happened. I guess we can probably click on those, but I'm going to read this one to you here first. Receiving a report of an incident 80 nautical miles northeast of Djibouti. Authorities are investigating vessels as advertised to transit with caution and report any suspicious activity. And then this is these are just the suspicious. So they're actually sending these reports out to the ships as they are out moving around. I wonder if I can zoom in on that map. I can. So we're starting to see where things are actually happening. This is probably a suspicious, this is an advisory. What do we got here? Suspicious approach. What do we got here? Attacked. United Kingdom. So a United Kingdom ship got attacked yesterday. It didn't even make it into the damn news. It's yesterday, the 18th. United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operation received a report of an attempted attack in the vicinity of 63 nautical miles northwest of Djibouti. The vessel was approached by 5 small boats containing armed forces or armed personnel. The attempted attack was likely deterred by nearby coalition forces. Vessels are advised to transit with caution and report any suspicious activity. Go, gadget. So this is happening more and more and more and more, just like you can see on the map. And what is it going to be doing to us? Well, it's gonna actually start causing some pretty serious issues. And I do have more of these. What do I have? Okay, I do have more of these instances spun up. But I think that it's actually pretty straightforward as to what is happening. What is happening, guys? We're gonna go hit allow on that, and then we're gonna start streaming that. All right, and let's see if we go click over here real quick. We're gonna go ahead and check the chat real quick before we move on to the next thing, which is actually talking about fuel and the economy and things like that. Let's see here. One in the chat. Big Brother China. Laugh out loud. There we go. Let's see here. Shipping insurance is going to skyrocket. Absolutely. Just make them a new glass parking lot and be done with it. Sometimes I wish we could do that, David. Nick's RC. Good to see you, bro. This is why we see inflation. Absolutely. Dana, good morning. Window Liquor says America need more production and less consumption of everything. 100% true. 100% true, Window Liquor. I normally take everything you say with a grain of salt, but in this particular case, 100%. We're actually going to do something here in our household in the month of January, and we're going to see exactly what happens. I'm going to try and track everything as detailed as I possibly can. But what we're going to do is we're going to not spend any money on anything other than our regular bills. Obviously you need gas, things like that. But when we need bread to make the boy sandwich, we're gonna bake the bread. We're gonna use our actual preps, our actual rotations, and live off nothing but our preps. We're gonna live off of everything that is in this house, or part in this case. And we're going to do it for the entire month of January and see exactly what that looks like. I may decide to, if you guys would like to see me like track that and give updates or whatever it may be, do me a favor, put the number 5 in the chat, and that will help me with the algorithm, as well as let me know that you'd actually like to see those kind of things. Let's see here. Big Brother China. Bradley says we need more refineries. U.S. produces more oil than anyone, but we can't find the refineries, or we can't get the refineries up and running due to how dirty they are. It takes 15 years of red tape to get one approved for building. Here's the thing, Bradley. So one of the key things that people are talking about is Hezbollah, and the idea that America would go to war with Hezbollah, would just start like bombing the crap out of the specific targets in Lebanon and creating a campaign very similar to what Israel is doing down the Gaza Strip. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be mean. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be the American bombers, just laying waste to this fucking place. Excuse me. That's Marine Corps verbiage. That word is a verb, a noun. It's a synonym, an antonym. I mean, you name it. That word is used for everything in the Marine Corps. But anyway, and the idea is that would force something that America has not done since the 1940s. It would force America into what is called a warring economy, or a war economy. And that means that everything production-wise is pushed into the war effort and sustainment. We would need to drill our own oil. We would need to be able to refine our own oil. We would be able to refine our own gasoline and diesel. We would have to make our own food supplies. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very much like what happened during World War II. And that's when the last time we actually did it. And things became very difficult here in the United States, but people live very difficult lives anyway. After World War II, and obviously the Korean War, the the lifestyle in America changed. It became the nuclear family, and the home and the big car and vacations once a year. You know what I'm saying? Dad went to suit in his suit and tie and his briefcase. Those things that we see in the TVs that don't exist anymore. But during a war economy or a war footing, we absolutely must. And I think a lot of that red tape would disappear very rapidly. The War Powers Act is an incredible piece of law that would give the president the ability to do so many things. We actually saw some of that happen during COVID, but I can't believe I just said that word. But the reality is that a lot of that red tape would disappear. And oddly enough, a lot of the people with those kind of jobs who produce all that red tape would probably disappear too. So we might want to be ready for that as well. All right, I've sent about 1,000 fives on the YouTube side, which I greatly appreciate. On the Rumble side, don't be lazy. There's 36 of you watching, but it's A-okay. So if you want something said or talked about here on the Rumble side, then maybe you need to use your little tiny little fingers or your thumbs as you may will. Loretta showed up. Good morning. Good morning, Loretta. Princess Kickbutt says, I would love to watch. I do 2 yearly 1 week SHTF vacations on just the things I have in my house. Nice. And can't learn how to use it or what I need if I don't use it. Absolutely true. I'm going to give you a little heart on that one. Boop, just for you. Okay, let's see here. So the next thing that all right, hold on. Bradley's speaking up. Our government would rather go off to war and fight for someone else to get more oil fuel than to push through a new refinery here on our land. Listen, I'm tracking with you. Listen, some of these, it's all about making the constituents happy. And unfortunately, the people that wear the blue ties have decided that niche top 15, maybe 20% of America that want to have their blue hair and defecate in the streets and say freedom, while they, with one hand and suck on their crack pipes with the other hand. These are the people that they're pandering to. It doesn't make any damn sense. They can't get them to vote for them because most of them can't get off the rocks. You know what I'm saying? They can't get off the rock. They can't get off the needle. They can't get off the pipe. And somehow, these are the idiots. And somehow, some way, somebody got it in their head that we should be last, that it shouldn't be America first. It should be America last because we're so prosperous. And it's like, okay, I'm tracking with you. I listen, we're all a prosperous America is a very giving America. Okay. It's been statistically proven that when things go bad in other places, Americans that have money give their money away. They do it. I don't know, call it an anomaly, call it an act of God, call it whatever you want, but statistically it's proven it actually does happen. So when you take an America that doesn't have a lot of money to spend, they don't give their money away and it hurts the world. So why mess with that model? Secondly, I don't know who these morons, we shouldn't make enough gas. We should get that gas in someplace else because it's only fair that because they have gas over there, but they don't have this other product that we buy that other product. We buy their gas so that they can buy our, spatulas. You know what I'm saying? And then somewhere along the line, we forgot that was supposed to be a two-sided game. And we are just buying stuff from everybody else and producing nothing. I don't know how it happened. I don't know the specifics of it. I really wish I did. I could probably understand a little bit better so I could get in my car and punch the guy in the face that decided this was okay. But that's what's happening. And we have to be aware of it, and we have to be cautious, and we have to be vigilant. All right. So let me show you guys something here. we're going to go ahead and I think I've already got that streaming on that tab. Let's go ahead and switch this tab over. Okay. So the next thing we need to talk about, guys, because no one's going to talk about this because it's Christmas. All right. This situation that's happening in the Red Sea is going to cause serious problems. Yesterday I warned, okay, that the prices were going to start changing little by little by little. They're just going to start inching it because it's very difficult for them to control it. All right. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. Okay. The price of gas, hold on. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something. Make sure that is streaming. Okay. So this is off of Gas Buddy. Okay. The red line is the price of crude oil. Okay. The blue line is the price of gas. Right around here, on the 14th, when all hell started breaking loose, and the Houthis had been messing around here on the 6th. Right here on the 14th, the price of gas dipped. Okay? It had been in this slow trajectory, bouncing, going down, 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 down. This is the symbol of artificial manipulation. Okay? The price of gas should look like this right here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. No, look at that. Oh, look, Christmas is coming, guys. And we need to make everybody happy. Oh, my God. And then what happened? The Houthis started messing around. And look at this. The price of oil is going up. This is crude oil, U.S. barrel. The price of gas is just now barely coming up. Eagle Lover says gas here is $2.30 per gallon and keeps going down. Our gas here has stabilized at $2.89 for the past 2 weeks. Okay? Guys, the prices of your gas are going to start going back up, but they won't start going back up because they're being artificially deflated right now. The prices are, they won't start going back up until after Christmas. So you're just going to see little sporadic places here and there where they think they can get away with it. You may not see the price of gas go up, and that's actually kind of dangerous because you may not see this penny jump. And remember the gasoline, they play with gasoline in 99ths of a cent. So it's very easy to see. So it's very difficult to see the price of gas go up when everything is 0.99 cents. All right. Eagle Lover, I'm tracking with you, bro. But the reality is that you're going to see. I'm showing you the evidence on Gas Buddy. The price of gas is going up. It's going to continue to go up, but it's going to go up at such a small amount that you're not going to see it. Kind of like that frog in the kettle thing. Okay. I was looking at this during the walk this morning. I was looking at the price of gas. I walked past this gas station and I was like, okay, $2.89. And then I saw this gas truck circling the corner. And I was thinking, I wonder, I'm going to go in there and ask them when the price gases change. And they'd be like, well, we don't do it. It's automatic. Exactly. But they have to know what time that happens. There's got to be a time that actually happens. Okay. So you will see the price of fuel go up. All right. If it goes down, hey, shame on me. I'm a big dummy. This is all fear porn and I'm a moron. All I care about is that you're taken care of. All right. But I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at the stats and they are the price of gas is going up. But look at that. It's 0.03, 0.08. All right. But look at the jump. All right. Since the 14th in oil. It's going up, guys. Okay. So let's ship, and this is all being caused by the attacks in the Red Sea. I don't think I need to show you the rest of this stuff. U.S. warship responds to attack on commercial ship in the Red Sea. I mean, we could read you all this stuff, okay? But the bottom line is they're using drones, they're using missiles, and the Houthis have flat out come out and said that they have weapons that we don't even know about and that they're prepared to use them. Now, I know the Houthis would love to sink a carrier. So I guarantee the carriers will kind of stay out of there just a little bit. They'll use that extended range that their capabilities provide them. And they'll just keep the frigates and the cruisers up inside there. But yeah, it's guys, be ready for the gas. I'm not saying go and fill your gas cans up, but I mean, right now the gas is still low, so it may not be a bad idea, right? What I'm saying is that be prepared. Be prepared. Have the don't let your gas tank get below. You know, if you start seeing that gas go up, don't let your gas go below half a tank, because I'm guaranteed, if I was going to do this, if I was some shady politician, what I would do is I would manipulate the gas prices and keep them at a certain price until after Christmas. And then I would slowly bring them up by like 2 or 3 cents every day or every week until after the new year. And then boom, that's when it's going to hit. That's my interpretation of the situation. That is my analytical projection of the situation. So Window Looker says invest in oil when the price is low. There you go. Let's see here. Window Looker says the billions of dollars spent on wars, America's infrastructure, and self-sustainability would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, listen, we can't call back dollars that we've already spent, guys. We can't call back dollars that we've already invested. And going forward, it would be great if we could use particular pieces of money to take care of things. You know, I would love, listen, I don't understand why we have tons of land and we have the ability to make things, and but we have a homeless problem here in the United States. I don't understand why we're not building, homeless cities, cities for the homeless, and giving them jobs to maintain that city. And you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why that's not happening. I don't understand why the lefties haven't figured that one out as a political move. There's a lot of really dumb stuff that's going on right now. Beecher says, when I fill up, the gas prices drop some more. Gotcha. All right, let's go ahead and check the Rumble chat. Let's see here. The last major refinery was built in 1977. Tanker 389 says, and he would know. Let's see here. Lead from behind again. Put everyone else first. I gotcha. I do think it's interesting, guys. I have to tell you, normally there's more people in Rumble and there's more activity in Rumble, but there's more activity over here on the YouTube side today. So I'm finding it quite interesting. Let's see here. We still have our one person that watches us on Twitch. You know what? Hey, you person on the Twitch, just type hi, so I know who you are. Okay, so let's see. I did have more to show you guys, but most of it is the same. It literally is just attack after attack after attack after attack. And what does this mean for us? That means that we need to, well, listen, guys, this could get a lot worse. This could get much worse. This could get worse in a way that we're actually preparing for. Not SHTF, not end of the world, not Armageddon. But this could get worse in, like, going to Walmart could be dangerous, because they're out of toilet paper. There's a lot of issues. That the shipping issue, you got Maersk, or MSC, Maersk, ship. And they're going around the southern Horn of Africa now, so the price of things are going to go up. But basically, we just created, that accordion effect that we had with the shipping crisis during that thing we can't speak about. We basically now have a 4-day, an extended 4-day loop inside that little shipping crisis that just created itself. You remember when the Suez Canal got freaking shut down for like 3 days? Remember what happened there? So expect problems, expect shortages. Look at your preps. If you find holes in your preps, fill them immediately, is what I would tell you. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to fill the holes in my preps. Yeah, that's what you should do too. Let's see. Going to Walmart is already dangerous. It's all about timing, man. It's all about the hunt. You got to get in there at the specific time when there's not a lot of crazy people running around. But hey, remember when Molly Worlds were open like 24/7 and like going in there, the world of Walmart at 2 a.m. after everybody rolled out of the bars drunk and decided they were going to do their shopping that night? You remember those days? Yeah, those were actually pretty cool. Those were actually pretty fun. All right, let's see here. I think I'm giving preps to my family for Christmas. Nice. I love it. I love Eagle Lover. I love it. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be about it for right now. As usual, if you like what I'm doing, there's a link down below. Support that channel. I would like to do a Patreon run where I get more Patreons. You know, that's the best way to support the channel. But if you want to buy stuff off of Amazon, there are links below. Take a look at that. Buy me a coffee, all that crap. There's 1,000 different ways to keep this channel running, because if you guys didn't know this, it takes time to make these videos. It takes time. You know, a single video can be anywhere from 3 to 8 hours to make. This live stream has got 4 hours of prep in it. Not a joke, 4 hours of prep. So 5 hours out of my life after I'm done with the live stream. You know what I get to do 2 hours later? Start the research for another video for you guys. All right, guys, I think that's going to be about it. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. I'm going to push some buttons over here now. Bye-bye.